It's the Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. Dave Cackley's over there looking lovely in his lavender today. Oh, whoa, what was that?
Friday, man. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm juiced.
Are you really?
Yes.
Me too.
End of the week.
I've got the weekend off.
Oh, wow. What are you going to do with all that time?
You want to know what I'm going to do?
Yeah, I'd like to know.
I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. We have no hockey this weekend in town. I have no official plans. So I, being the man's man that I am, Mr. King of the Castle here, I have got my mind made up that I'm going to go help Cindy at a craft show tomorrow.
Oh.
That's funny.
Wow.
Huh?
That is hysterical.
Uh-huh.
Craft show, yeah. You finally get a weekend off. Where do you got to go? Craft show.
Uh-huh.
So you didn't. So much for that weekend off.
Okay.
Oh man. You know what? You want to know what I'm doing?
Staying at your mom's house?
No, not. I'm going to take Max to a little staycation at a hotel.
Yeah, where?
Down.
Which one?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Okay, and why is that?
So we're staying at a nice hotel. We stay at a night. We do this like usually once a month. Just do a couple of nights, stay at a hotel, relax, enjoy, go swimming, hit the hot tub, maybe play some video games.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It'll be a nice little father-son bonding time.
Okay.
And kids just love hotels.
Is that right?
Just jumping on you give a kid a hotel room, just wants to jump on the bed all the time.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Okay.
Good times.
Which hotel are you going to go to?
I can't tell you.
What if I wanted to send a pizza?
No, can't tell you.
Okay.
Not going to say.
Fine.
Because then people show up at all hours.
Oh, yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, everybody's crashing your hotel party.
Oh, yeah, hey, that's where the party is.
Dave, is that Donkey Kong over there? Yeah, we wanted to hang out and play that with you. That'd be fun.
Hey. No, they have a Pac-Man machine, though.
Oh.
So that narrows it down. You just got to know what hotel has a Pac-Man.
I'm going to do a Google search when we get done. I'm going to say hotels with Pac-Man machines in
all right.
the greater Grand Rapids area.
There you go.
Wow.
Best of luck.
How about that?
Looking forward to it.
Take them out for dinner?
Huh? Yeah, we might.
Are you just going to pack bologna sandwiches?
I thought about just packing a bunch of peanut butter and jellies and say, hey, there you go. There's your food.
Now, son, we're going to go have a good time, but we can't really go overboard. We're going to have to pack these. We're going to pack these mac and cheeses that you just pour a little water on and microwave. That's going to be lunch.
Daddy's on a budget.
That's right.
Tighten those purse strings.
Enjoy this Velveeta shells and cheese. You can get these at the dollar store now.
Here's some untoasted Pop-Tarts. You're fine.
All right. Well, it sounds like a bang-up weekend. It looks like a great time. How about you get to the news, and we'll let you get to it.
All right. Senate Finance Committee late yesterday voted in favor of the House GOP tax bill. The 14-12 vote means the bill will likely reach the Senate floor sometime after Thanksgiving. Now, earlier on Thursday, the House passed the bill by a vote of 227 to 205. The bill cuts taxes for individuals and lowers the corporate tax rate. It would also include a repeal of Obamacare's individual mandate. So we'll see if this ends up being a good thing. Who knows?
Right.
But it's being declared a legislative win for Trump, which I've never liked that when people declare wins for one side or the other. Is it good for us or isn't it?
Right.
You call the healthcare thing was called a win for Obama way back when. Was it good or wasn't it good? I mean, we look in terms of wins or losses for this party or that party instead of saying, okay, is this a good thing or not? I don't know if this tax plan is a good thing. I don't know. Well, who cares if it's a win for one side? I don't like that it being viewed that way.
It's. I look at it like this. If it's a quote unquote win for this person or that person, this person or that person is supposed to be representing the people.
Right.
So, if it's a win for this person or that person, they won for the people that elected them.
Yeah.
See what I mean? So I guess that's the terminology that they're going after. But, I don't think, I honestly think that the tax stuff is so complicated and so
convoluted
and every which way you turn and blah, 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 until there's just a flat tax and everybody pays the same type thing everywhere. I think that there's going to be so many different ways that people can find ways to cheat and screw around and do this and that. And in all honesty, you keep talking about the corporate tax type stuff and all this. They got to pay more of their share.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And this goes all the way back to trickle down economics. Mm-hmm. How much is trickled down? Zero. Nothing trickles down. We've seen that. And I'm not saying go rob the rich blind or anything like that, dude. But this whole idea of trickling things down, nothing's trickling down. Okay?
Well, you bring up the flat tax. A lot of people look at that as, hey, no, that's not fair because they got to pay a higher rate, or this group should pay a higher rate.
Well,
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Does a flat tax mean equal? Does everybody pay the same?
That's what I think it should be. But you and I are in agreement on that. But there are a lot of people who would differ.
Well, I can't agree to that. I might have to pay more. How can I agree to that?
We'll see how this.
You get the
we'll
idea,
see how this
dude.
thing.
There's and there's so many ways around things, and it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. What else is going on? Female news anchor is accused Democratic. Okay, first we had Roy Moore, Republican Roy Moore. Now it's Democrat Al Franken, accused Democrat Senator Al Franken and SNL alum, lest we forget, he was Stuart Smalley, of groping and forcibly kissing her without her consent during a USO tour in 2006. Now, this was 2 years before Franken was elected to the Senate. The revelations have caused Franken to apologize and ignited calls for a Senate investigation into his behavior. You could probably investigate pretty much every senator from every party on a lot of this. I mean, what percentage do you think hasn't used or should we say misused their power when it comes to relationships with women?
I don't even think it's scary. He wasn't a senator at the point.
Well, neither was. Well, what Roy Moore's not a senator now.
Oh, and back when all of Roy Moore's alleged stuff was going on, somebody brought up the fact that he was a Democrat back then.
It doesn't, and I don't even care because this stuff crosses party lines. I mean, it's just
ridiculous.
It's abuse.
It's a big witch hunt, and
I think it's a witch hunt. I think this stuff needs to be done. I think what we're going to have, hopefully, I don't think this would happen. Maybe I'm just being a little too idealistic.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll get better people in, whether it's a Republican or a Democrat. Maybe it'll get people with higher character running for office. If you can kind of wean out the scumbags, maybe it gets more Andy O'Reillys in there, more upstanding citizens. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have to wait and see what happens. Well, we've talked about this a lot. I'm not dismissing
anybody's behavior here at all, but I mean, you can dig on anybody and find dirt, and you really can. I mean, you can find something in somebody's past sooner or later that's going to be, the expose.
You can dig on anybody and find, like was in the case of Roy Moore, calling a high school student
he's an exception
out of her
to the
class.
Rule, but you know what? You're going to find just about anybody. If you look hard enough, you're going to find something that could be dragged out as controversial.
Yeah, right. I've taken many pictures with passed out women in my hands about to grope them.
Did you hear me when I said I'm not excusing either of the instances of behavior with these things?
No, I just wanted to point some of this stuff.
Let me give you a good case in point. Let's just say that somewhere down the line you're running for a big office, and just out of the blue, one of your pictures comes out of you and your bra and your boa and all this other kind of stuff. Now, let me finish. Let me finish. Before it even gets to you and before you even get a chance to say what the circumstances were or anything like that, it gets blown up into the fact that you're making fun of cross-dressing and identity gender people. And I'm the same way. You know what? There's a million things out there that they can find me cussing and swearing online. They can find me, talking about drinking and addiction and me being in jail and all this other kind of stuff. It's all out there. You know what I mean? But by the time it gets back to you and you got a chance to say something about it, it can be blown up out of proportion anymore.
I understand what you're saying, but that's completely different.
Okay.
When you're talking about me cross-dressing or doing a bras for a cause for a cancer benefit, or you dealing with what a lot of people deal with addiction and alcoholism and that type, that's different from using your power in a way to
Right.
Demean women or somehow that's completely that's completely different.
Okay.
That's a completely different set of circumstances. I'm not saying, hey, you're right. We all have flaws. We all have character flaws. We all have things in our past we hope stay buried. I get that, and I understand that, and I agree with that. But at the same time, you've got people in glass houses from both parties chucking stones, and if you're going to do that, well, we're going to be digging on you too then.
Absolutely.
Anyway, it looks like marijuana is going to be on the ballot in Michigan in 2018. The committee to legalize marijuana for recreational use has over 360,000 signatures. Just 300,000 are needed to get it on the ballot. Now, that's what they say they have right now. 7 states currently allow the use of marijuana for recreational purposes. I believe if this gets on the ballot, it's going to pass.
It should.
It is going to pass.
The fight's got to be over on this. You know, I'm not a proponent for kids. I think it should be treated like alcohol. I think that, but I just think we're wasting our money trying to fight this anymore.
That part of the drug war, I understand when you're dealing with cocaine and heroin and crack and all those other drugs. I get it. We know the right, but you got to separate pot from those drugs. You got to separate it from a lot of the prescription. You know, we talked about the prescription drug problem we have too. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is an alternative, and I mean, recreative. If someone wants to smoke up in their own house, or if they want to wherever have hash bars, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care. What else is going on? The Muskegon Winter Sports Complex is a step closer to being a year-round destination. Whoop, whoop. A campaign to fund its dual mega zip line netted more than $55,000. The Michigan Economic Development Corporation will add another $50,000. The 2-month-long campaign reached its goal last Friday, and that zip line thing looks pretty sweet.
It is cool.
Yeah, it is
the
really.
Problem is the last time I was by a zip line, I was like 5 pounds too heavy to go on it. So I'm all down with zip lines right now.
Oh well, yeah, well, dude, you're working on it. Did you work out this week?
No.
Man, I'm telling you.
I'm taking a break
help you
from
feel
it.
better.
I'm taking a break because I have to stop. I have to. You know what? Honestly, I have to do. And this is the thing for me. I have to back off my sugar intake.
Yeah.
I really do. I'm a fiend.
Mm-hmm.
Candy and sugar and stuff. I gotta get that fixed first, and then I can get going on the workouts again. It's a moment of honesty.
Okay.
Right,
look at you.
Truth.
Come to Jesus. Coming to Jesus with Andy.
Well,
that's a good thing.
I gotta back off the sugar. I freak out. I'm a freak.
Look at you. You acknowledge the problem, so now you don't have one.
Right. Well, it's still there. Trust me.
Want a bit of honey? Can I get you one of those?
Gee, thanks. Always on my corner.
How about some Chuckles?
Oh, thank you.
Chuckles?
Ooh, even better.
Chuckles are great. Sweet tarts. Mash them all up, snort them, whatever you want.
No, I don't do that. No,
of course not. Sports, Muskegon, Battle Creek. That's the big game in high school football. We talked about that. Battle Creek, Harper Creek, 1 o'clock on Saturday at East Kentwood. Michigan State takes on Maryland. Sparty ranked 17th. That is their final home game of the season. 24th ranked Michigan, the big game in the Big Ten against 5th ranked Wisconsin. That's going to be tough. I think Michigan will play them tough, but I think Wisconsin ultimately is going to win that. And then Detroit, the Lions, take on the Chicago Bears on Sunday. That's sports.
Have yourself a great weekend. Enjoy the hotel stay, and we will talk to you Monday.
See ya.